Hi guys, I'm back and this time I want to do a review about 3 iconic sneakers. In case you haven't seen my last creation, the sneaker speed test, you should really check it out. I'll leave a link right here. Before we start, keep in mind, these are just my personal opinions. I'm not getting paid to do this. I spent my own money on those shoes. There are a lot of other brands out there. Brands are not that important, it's more about if you like the shoes that you are wearing and nothing else. Not the price, not the brand, it's not important. Keep that in mind. So, back to the review. Let's start with the Air Max 90. Came out in the 90s, but it's still produced in so many variations, colors, different styles. This is probably the most modern interpretation of an Air Max 90. It is a Flyknit version, so it uses Flyknit as material. It's very flexible, it's very thin, it's very soft. Let's start with the pros and cons about this shoe. The pros: it's a very nice summer shoe. Ventilation is really great because of the Flyknit. It's very flexible. The cushion is, as you expect from an Air Max 90, it's soft, but it's not as soft as a Boost from Adidas. The cons: I usually have a size 10, but a size 10 wouldn't fit me. So I went down half a size, so it's a 9.5, and this fits me quite perfectly. Very thin but flexible material. What else? The tongue of the shoe, it could be a little bit annoying. It touches the skin if you have ankle socks. I'm not sure, it might soften by time, but yeah, I think you could have done it better, Nike. Next one, Air Max 97. It is an iconic shoe because of its design. The design is inspired by the Japanese bullet train, so this shoe is also called the Silver Bullet. This is actually not the original one, this is a remake of the original one. I just recently bought it, but it pretty much looks nearly like the original version of the shoe that came out in '97. And another remarkable feature of the shoe in '97 was that it uses a full-length air bubble. So not like the 95 that has separate air bubbles for the back and the front of the shoe. What are the pros and cons? Pros, in my opinion, it's the looks, and it has reflective layers or stripes here that can be seen in the night. So Nike, well done, that's a nice safety feature. The cons: this shoe is not really flexible at all. You see, you cannot really bend this shoe. You cannot really compare it to the Air Max 2017 or 2016. It's really a different shoe. Keep that in mind, the shoe is quite stiff. So if you're looking for a very soft shoe, this is probably not the right shoe for you. Next one. You probably have seen this shoe. There's quite a hype about this shoe. It's the Adidas YEEZY Boost 350 version 2. So why is this iconic? I think it's mainly the design of the shoe. When I first saw images of this shoe, I thought, hey, that's a nice design. It's totally different from what I've seen so far. Actually, when I put it on the first time, I was a little bit confused because let's take a look at this white sole. So it looks a little bit strange when you actually have it on your feet because it's very, very white. Just compare it to this one here. The Air Max 90 is actually not that wide. It's a very slim shoe. You can see the sole sticking out like nearly half an inch on each side. What about the pros and cons? Let's start with the pros, of course. This shoe has Boost technology. As you can probably see it, this is some kind of see-through rubber. So it's very soft. The dirt on the road really likes the Boost. It's hard to clean, it looks messy. So what is really good about the shoe is actually this rubber layer here is protecting your Boost. So you don't have to look at the dirty shoe all the time, or you don't have to clean it all the time. I ordered this shoe in my size, in the size 10. I would suggest you go half or maybe even a full size up with the shoe. Why? Flyknit from Adidas. You cannot really compare it to the Flyknit from Nike because this is much more thin and flexible and there's no inner layer. But this shoe has like padding at the back, artificial leather or something inside, so it doesn't really stretch a lot. And the next issue is, let's take a look at this. It really acts like a rubber band, so it pushes your foot forward. So the issue is then with the toe box. It becomes a little bit too narrow. I tried to fix this by tightening the laces so my foot gets locked into the shoe. But the problem is then, the laces that you can see on the outside are also in the inside. So after a while the laces will start to hurt you. So this is why it's actually recommended to keep those laces loose. Some people say, okay, then just remove the insole of the shoe, you can take it out, and this actually helps. You can take the insole out and it feels better. But I think the best way would be to go one or maybe half a size up. What shoe would I personally want to wear like a whole day? So when it comes to comfort, I would definitely go with this one. Second place, third place. My ranking according to design, number one is this one. To me it's like a timeless design and I think you cannot really do anything wrong with such a design. This just came out recently again as a remake of the original one. The design is somehow unique, but I think it's not as timeless as the Air Max 90. The YEEZY 350 V2 has for sure a unique design, but if it's really timeless, well, only time will tell. The ranking of the sneakers based on their sizing. So number one, for me, this is the 97, which is actually true to size. Keep in mind it's maybe a little bit narrow, so if you have wider feet, I'm not sure if you can stay true to size. Number two, I think you have to go probably half a size down with this one in the Flyknit version. Keep in mind, only the Flyknit version. And then the YEEZY, well, can't really recommend. I would definitely go half a size up or maybe even one size up. My ranking based on the cushion of the shoe. Number one, because I like soft shoes, is the YEEZY. The Boost technology really pushes the shoe to the first place when it comes to cushion. Number two is the 90. The shoe is actually quite flexible. And number three This shoe is really very stiff. The air cushion is big, but it doesn't really do a good job. Ranking based on the price. Well, if you're lucky, you can get Air Max 90 for a good price. Air Max 97 is already somehow limited. Well, and the YEEZYs are quite expensive and limited, so definitely by far last place. On a hot summer's day, you probably are worried about the ventilation of the shoe. Number one by far, Air Max 90. The thin Flyknit helps the shoe a lot. Keep in mind, this only applies for the Flyknit version. I'm not talking about the Essential or anything else. I'm just talking about the Flyknit. Well, number two, to be honest with you, I'm not really sure. I think both of the shoes should be placed on number two when it comes to ventilation. I hope you enjoyed this review, so please thumbs up if you like it, leave a comment, let me know what you think about this comparison. And most important, support the creators, so please subscribe to my channel.
Here's somebody who's got it all figured out. Here's somebody who has the answer. I'll follow you anywhere, Mr. Gump.
So, I got company.
Hope to see you soon. Bye guys.